It's not a game, it's a rich thing.
What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I would like to talk about Youdao stock, as one of you guys has requested about this stock. So I did some research and hope that will provide some useful information to you guys. So now let's get started. Youdao was invested by another bigger publicly listed company, Netease, which have a longer history. So Netease is one of the tech giants in China and is founded before 2000. It has been listed in Nasdaq since 2000, and the stock performance has been pretty good after listing. So as you can see in this picture, so Netease's main business is including their gaming business, their major website, as well as their email services. Currently, they are also doing e-commerce business. So Youdao is like the combination of all the online education products that is created and developed by Netease, and they group them together into the Youdao company. So online education has the advantage over offline education, which leads to the stock becoming increasingly popular in this pandemic. Since students are staying at home, their parents tend to provide them some offline courses while they cannot go to school. So the online education is an industry that can realize exponential development, and it's currently a booming industry in China. So what's the possibility that Youdao, with a market value of 3 billion right now, will it grow 10 times in the next 5 years or 10 years? So let's look at the company, the industry, and also some of the company's advantages and disadvantages. So Youdao was founded in 2016. It initially starts with Youdao Search, but the search business failed and turned to be a dictionary product. And me personally, I have used Youdao Dictionary for many years, especially when I was in college. I need to check a lot of vocabulary from time to time. Later, Youdao has launched hardware products that related to education. And in 2014, Netease announced that their subsidiary Youdao Dictionary was operated as a long-line education platform and officially enters in the field of internet education. So the CEO of Netease, Ding, said the high degree of overlap between Youdao Dictionary users and online education users is his confidence in Netease's online education business. At present, Netease Youdao has formed a product matrix of tools and online education and hardware with monthly active users of around 105 million users. So here, as you can see, there's mainly 4 types of product and services. So in the product category, there's online knowledge tools and smart devices. And in the learning service part, there's online courses and the learning apps. So the learning products, they are mainly focused on products that is already made, like they use AI technology to recommend some different products that would be needed by the students. So they are on the product side, while the service focused on the communication with the teacher, although the teachers is not in the physical classroom but in the online channel. So now maybe I'll give you more details about their products. So let's start with the online knowledge tool, which is a collection of dictionary, translation, and writing tools empowered by leading technologies. Their tools are convenient, smart, or powerful, and most of them are free. But the company monetize their massive user base mainly through advertising. So like if I'm using the dictionary, I would see some advertisement from time to time. As these tools becomes ubiquitous in people's lives, they also help drive organic user traffic to their online courses and other products and services. And the second part is their online course, which is including Youdao Premium Course, flagship online course brand with a strategic focus on K-12 students, as well as Netease Cloud Classroom and China University MOOC. They deliver the Youdao Premium Course in a dual teacher, large classroom through live streaming. They adapt the format because it allows them to make the best of their teaching resources while maximizing the flexibility and the interaction for both their instructions and students. Their course designers, instructors, and engineers work together to create course materials covering a wide range of subjects, making sure they're interesting, relevant, and engaging. As for the interactive learning apps, those can enable students to study math, English, and other subjects with a virtual teacher on their mobile devices. These fun and effective apps incorporate AI technology to particularly cater for the learning habits of their students. Through social media like WeChat, users can access these apps and share their activities with friends. Moreover, their interactive learning apps provide abundant of gamified features that help significantly increase young students' interest level and drive their engagement. Last but not least, the company also invested in smart devices that further educate users' learning experience and efficiency. That's how they invented Youdao Smart Pen, Youdao Dictionary Pen, and Youdao Pocket Translator. Their approach to such devices is a seamless integration of AI algorithm and data processing into hardware devices that supplement their online knowledge tools and online courses. So in terms for the industry, this online education industry is rising and the demand has always existed, waiting for the maturity of technology. So the technologies can include bandwidth and mobile terminals that can enable the students to study whenever they want and wherever they are. The popularity of mobile terminals and the fast speed of internet has given birth to this industry. So currently, the market space of online education is about 500 billion RMB, which is around 90 billion US dollar. So the market is scattered rather than concentrated, which means there's a lot of players in this industry and there's no monopoly here. There are some leading enterprises like New Orientals, which is also listed in US stock exchange. Ticker symbol is EDU. There's also some new players that has been growing fast. This year, ticker symbol is TAL. So New Oriental, ticker symbol EDU, is probably one of the earliest companies who has been in this industry. But their original is from offline education, and in the new online education categories, their users has not grown that fast compared with the new competitors, and their current market cap is around 23 billion. Is it possible this industry produce a company with a market value of 100 billion US dollars? Well, it's hard to say looking at the industry, but at least we can look at the individual as we look at the Youdao, this company. So the disadvantages of Youdao is it was owned by Netease, so the company will also infected by the Netease. So in users' mind, Netease is a gaming company and the Netease brand can't bring much brand endorsement to Youdao education, as people always have the mindset that Netease emphasize that in the entertainment part, so a lot of users will not associate them with education since they don't have that brand image yet. Although Youdao Dictionary has a huge installed capacity, I read it in the F1 report that filed to SEC, they have more than 50 million users. And I believe a lot of students is using the dictionary, but usually parents is a person who pays for the course and who makes the decisions. So the people who actually use the product and the people who pays for the product are separated. Because in these special categories, online education, I guess a very few students will ask their parents that they want to take specific classes, especially when they're in the K-12 period. I think it's also related to the fact in China that they mainly focus on the scores rather than the comprehensive development. So a lot of courses and education platform, they emphasize how to get a higher score rather than how to learn the knowledge and absorb better. So that makes a lot of students have hate the education system. I also have the experience in the education system in China, and I think it's destroyed students' creativity, and for me, I absolutely hate it. And I would never ask my parents if at that time to buy some courses for me. However, there's also some advantages that bring to Youdao by its parent company. The first is Youdao Dictionary app has a huge installed capacity, and Netease has formed the long-term interest in the field of education, such as the long-standing Netease open classes, which is released I think more than 10 years, and most of the open courses are free, and that brings a lot of benefits to the students who really want to learn specific subject. If they are interested in specific field, they can find related course on the Netease Open Classroom. And also, because Youdao Dictionary has been released for a long time, more than 10 years, this shows that they're still interested in online education, not because of the recent heat in the industry, but they do have a long strategic planning. From the point of view of Netease Games, Netease News, Netease Email, and Netease Music, so these products has been very popular in China. As those products have saturated in Chinese market, it seems that Netease want to bet on education this time to put in continuous efforts in education and to achieve continuous growth. Because Netease Game is facing the threats from Tencent, and their e-commerce platform seems to face competition from Alibaba. As for online education, there are several competitors. So if we look at the competitors who are listed in US, so there's competitors from the online platform like GSX and COE, and also competitors from offline platform including TAL and EDU. When we compare Youdao with all these competitors, we can see that the advantage of traditional forces is their branding. But it seems that they have no competitive advantage when competing with the new forces. Because to run online education well, the company needs an internet gene. In this perspective, New Oriental Online seems has disadvantages. So the reason is when we compare the views of their courses or articles posted on their website, their competitors like TAL usually have more than 100,000 views for each article, but Youdao only have around 20,000 views, and New Oriental only have less than 10,000. So we can see that New Oriental in terms of online education competition, they are on the bottom. And there's some distance between Youdao and the market leaders in the online education in terms of the traffic and views. So currently, Netease has invested a lot in online education, and they have a rapid revenue growth from year to year, especially when we see their earnings report in Q2. They do have a good numbers comparing with last year, but currently they haven't been profitable yet, and it seems that Netease is gonna continue inserting blood into Youdao to help them acquire more new users as well as more market shares. I think it's definitely possible that Youdao can grow from the valuation of 3 billion to 30 billion US dollars market cap, because just the environment in China that the parents always wanna their kids to go to good universities, and the only factor is how many score would they get in their final examination. I think that's why this online education industry has so much growth potentials. That's where parents want to spend most money in for their children. And a lot of parents think education is one of the major factors that will decide their children's future. So I think the growth would be unlimited. I think it's also matters whether Netease want to continue burning money in Youdao, and if the company hasn't been profitable for another couple of years, and whether their Youdao CEO Zhou Feng, they have the ability to grow the business. I will also look at their management, because the Netease CEO William Lei Ding has around 27% of the company's ownership, and their Youdao CEO Feng Zhou has around 18% of the company. These people are also the key factor of the company's growth. Last but not least, I also want to mention that the stock is one of the Chinese ADRs, and ADR is a negotiable certificates issued by US Depository Bank represent a specific number of shares. And although the ADR trades on US stock market as any domestic shares would, buying an ADR does not mean that you own the part of the company. That's different from when you buy some US stock like Apple, you actually own part of Apple. So ADRs is different from that. And in my opinion, that's one of the risky points. Currently, I don't plan to invest in stock DAO, although I do think it has a growth potential. But looking at some other Chinese ADR which has more potential, I would rather invest in Baidu stock rather than this one, because I still need more time to look at their financial data as well as how the management would lead the company, as currently I didn't find a lot of tracking record. Yeah, that's just some research I've done and some personal opinions. Hope that would be helpful to you guys, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.